My fellow countrymen, there is only one thing that is more British than tea and crumpets, or praising the Queen. It's getting out of the shower and realizing it's almost 4:30 and having no time to comb your hair. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. You get shower head Manakyn today. It has been a rush of a day. Like, oh my god, I have been jumping left and right, going here and there, trying to get things done. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to end a little bit early today, so it's probably going to be no more than like an hour and a half today. But I really wanted to just play some Ace Attorney with you guys. My old hairstyle would have been like hair over my eyes, like kinda emo. This is my old hairstyle. But oh man, I haven't, you know, if you remember my old hairstyle, you're OG, man. It's been a heck of a day. I kind of just want to play some Ace Attorney with you guys. But first I'll say, hello, Indigo! You're early, and you just clicked because you saw Gina! I'm sure everybody just clicked because they saw Gina, to be honest. Next we have John Oliver's Okonomiyaki. Wait, I have to try to say that very Britishly. John Oliver's Okonomiyaki. Okonomiyaki. How's it going, Bowser? Hello, Kioma. Hello. As always, Kioma is very British. Ivy says, hello, Mana, :D. After my stream, I'm going to be forcing some friends to watch peak cinema that is Chargeman. Ah, Chargeman. Perhaps the only person more British than me. As you can see, I haven't even, you know, made my face look decent. I don't think I have shaved. I am all over the place. Not to roast you or anything, but my bangs look like a rejected looking dog. Not to roast you or anything, but I'm about to start a fire and cook your ass. Hold on. Here we go. Come and wash away what I've done. It's myself to cross out what I've become. Where am I right now? I can sing, I promise. Anyway, let's just play some stupid Phoenix Wright. British Phoenix Wright. Directed by Michael Bay. I was on the car, but you heard me. What I've done! Oh, God, I hate myself. emote the British. I gotta turn on the air, which means you guys are gonna see that I'm wearing shorts today. Alright, let's play some British Phoenix Wright. Oh, whoops. Wrong button. Okay. Oh, we still have the, Daruma doll. Alright, so... let's go over the case. As I said, it's going to be a little bit of a short one today, so... thanks for hanging out with me today. So, we got a lot of evidence in the last trial. So, first of all... Odie Asman died because of Albert Harebrained. He created a theory of teleportation and he asked someone to build it. His name was Enoch. I'd like to think it's Eno because it's kind of sounds French, but it could be like Enoch Dreber. Some guy named Enoch Dreber. Also, Professor Albert Harebrained, not to be confused with the professor, who is apparently some random serial killer. So apparently there's a dude, and then we got the balloon man. So there's a serial killer named, is that right? Is the serial killer a professor? Or is his name the professor? Can someone clear this up for me? Is the serial killer a professor? Or is he the professor? Or... Anyway. Thank you for blessing me. Because God knows I need it. The Reaper. It's the Reaper, of course. 23rd of October, 2:41 p.m. Naruhodo's Legal Consultancy. It's Susato! And she's in her new garb. Look at her hat! Look at that! Look at that hat! That's right! My girl! Look at my girl, man! Oh, also, hello, Mel. And hello again, Endigo. And hello, Mystery. Oh, this room! It's been too long. It hasn't changed in the slightest, though. And it's been some 6 months, hasn't it? That's a long time for things to say so... familiar. I didn't know when you might return, and I wanted everything to be as if you'd left it. But it has been some 6 months, it's true.
So it's your father all right, Susie? What happened?
My father. Yes, Professor Mikotoba! I mean, it was half a year ago, but that's why you went back to Japan. Is it because of the telegram you received saying he'd fallen ill?
That's right. So I was surprised to learn you'd be coming back so soon. Surprised, but happy.
Aw, my two girls are here. I think I wrote about it in my letter to you. That it was all a trick. My father is in fine health, and I'm obviously very relieved about that. We're all delighted to have you back. It was quite by accident that I've been able to return to Europe, actually. It's because of a very grand conference called the International Forensic Science Isn't that the thing that Strongheart was trying to put on? Who, by the way, you absolutely cannot convince is not the final boss. Look at this man. Look at this freaking man. He is clearly the final boss. Either him or Iris. It was me all along, Rudo! That's the symposium Lord Strongheart mentioned.
Anyway, I've arrived safe and sound, and that's all that matters. All that matters is I'm here now. After all, I haven't yet fulfilled my promise to you, Iris. Oh? You must tell us everything that happened while you were back in Japan. Yes, of course. I shall. By the way, I'm engaged to be married with my best friend. Frickin' Raymond Bommy. Oh, the Yuri. The fangirls are going crazy. Oh, and there's one other thing. Something you wrote in your letter that particularly grabbed my attention. About Kazuma. I know. I'll tell you all that I can. We get to examine the room! I see your Daruma still only has one eye filled in. Well, we agreed that it's something we'd do together, didn't we? We could do it right now if you'd like. I'd be happy with that. I rather like the anticipation, I think, Mr. Naruhodo. My boy's always gonna be missing an eye. Oh. You have water gently boiling on the stove, I see. It feels wrong somehow if I can't hear the water bubbling away. And we have plenty of logs. It's not like we have to worry about paying for gas. Damn, they're out here just destroying nature. It's important to open a window for fresh air when the fire's burning. You can't keep it closed just because it's cold outside. It'd be a matter of life and death. Avoiding the freezing winter air is a matter of life and death too, if you ask me. Oh, well, perhaps a nice cup of tea will warm you up. Okay, do they... Bladder? Do they still have the shovel-spade argument? Thinking back, that spade's been here since we first moved in, hasn't it? I'm sure I've told you before. It's not a spade, it's a shovel. No, shovels are for digging. That's for scooping material. It's a spade. No, spades are for digging. That's for scooping loose material. It's a shovel. The great spade shovel war rages on. No, it's a sword! You see, I've been keeping my desk beautifully covered in papers. You really must tidy it up, Mr. Naruhodo. No more excuses. Well, Mr. Sano, the way I see it, all these papers building up on my desk like this are a reminder of my wonderfully diverse daily life. I like to leave them as they are, so I never forget how lucky I am to have such varied experiences. In that case, you should definitely have a thorough tidy. Then you'll be able to see your papers building up all over again and feel that joy renewed. I hate how relatable that is. I still can't beat her in an argument. It's because women always win the argument, Naruhodo. You have to learn that. Oh, I'm looking forward to making you some tea again, Mr. Naruhodo. Which you'd think I wouldn't like, given I'm not too keen on bitter flavors. But if it's Susato-san's tea... It's amazing what a little cake or something on the side can do. I would dearly love to serve you some sort of Japanese sweets alongside your matcha green tea. But I suppose that's simply not possible, given how long we've been staying here in London. You literally just got back today? Well, I do like the little chocolates you put with my tea. They go wonderfully. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, you would, wouldn't you? You baby! That gives me a warm glow inside for some reason. I've missed you, Susato. Also, where's Iris? Oh, there she is. Hello, Bruno! I'm standing here menacingly! It must have been about a year ago now. I wrote a really long story based on some of my father's old notes. It's about one of Hurley's greatest exploits. I call it the Hound of... Wait. The Hound of Bakersfield. Bakersfield. But then Mr. Sholmes forbade you from publishing it. She is 100% the final boss. Have you never watched the animes where the cute little girls are always like evil vampire overlords? And then put the manuscript somewhere no one can get their hands on it. Rest in peace, the pawn shop owner.
So nobody knows anything about it, apart from Hurley and I. But for some reason, you knew the title of it, didn't you, Susie?
Oh, it sounds so exciting. The Hound of Bakersfield. I would love to read it.
And you wouldn't tell me how you'd come to know it.
Yes, but I made you a promise that I would explain one day, didn't I? I think it's time.
Oh!
I'm only sorry I had to keep it from you for so long. Oh, I expected to hear other dialogue, but we'll do this first. It was completely by accident that I came to know the title of your manuscript, Iris. It was a short while before we left Japan. I was cleaning Father's study, and I saw something on his writing desk. A large box of papers. There was a label affixed to the box that was written in English. It read, "The Hound of Bakersfield." What?
My Bakersfield story?
Of course. I had no idea what it was at the time. But Father came in and... Susato, what are you doing? Oh, Father. Did you look at those papers? No, I simply read the label. That's all. Well, put it out of your mind. Sorry? Forget that you ever saw it. And certainly don't tell anybody else about this. Which is why I decided to tell you about it. Do you understand? Hey, Nana. But what was Iris's manuscript doing in Japan? I have no idea. Wait, what if Susato's dad is the Hound of Bakersfield? Bark! I bark like a dog! One! I'm so sorry. But when I heard Iris mention the word Bakersfield that day, the title just slipped out. I would never have guessed that it was an unpublished account on one of Mr. Sholmes' exploits. When I returned to Japan, I asked Father to explain, but he refused to answer any questions. And there was no sign of the big box in his office.
I am audibly silent.
That's really all I know about it. I've no doubt Father has a very good reason for being so secretive, but still. I made up my mind to explain myself to both of you.
I'm smiling now so you won't suspect your doom. Well, thank you for being so honest, Susie.
Well, that's the Hound of Bakersfield. When I arrived back in Japan, I really thought I'd never be allowed to return to Britain. But curiously, after that awful trial at the Supreme Court, Father's mood changed entirely. The awful... Oh, yes! For the murder of Jezile Brett.
Oh, you dressed up as a man, didn't you? And your feminine companions fell in love with you.
Well, yes. Since women are forbidden in the courtroom, I had no choice.
Wow, amazing! I wish I had seen it, don't you, Ryuno?
I suppose so.
I want to play at being a lawyer! I could wear a false moustache, maybe! Objection!
I don't think that mustache could hide the fact that you're dead. There's something else I wanted to ask you, Miss Susato. It's about the real reason why Professor Mikotoba summoned you back to Japan. You said in your letter, it was something to do with that convict's loot we found in Mr. Natsume's lodgings. That's right. The very large dog collar we found with the B emblem on it. B for Bakersfield. It seems Mr. Natsume included a drawing of the collar in the report he submitted. Oh! Uh-oh. I understand that when Father saw the report, he turned white. Wait, he turned as white as a sheet. Why would that be? Father came to Britain himself, of course. How's it going, Felix? To study. It was some time ago now, but he stayed for 6 years. Wait, 6 years? That means Susato was 6 when he got back. I can only imagine that something must have happened during that time. But if he refuses to tell me what it was, then I intend to find out the answers for myself. And I've decided that I, for one, won't keep any more secrets.
Oh, Susie! I can see why all your girlfriends fell in love with you.
That's a very meaningful look Susato's giving Iris. Alright, science time! Lord Strongheart mentioned something about the symposium. I think he said that investigating authorities from 40 different countries would attend. Yes, and from Japan, my father and Judge Jigoku have been invited. It's something of an honor, I believe. Well, Professor Mikotoba is the leading expert in forensic medicine in our country, after all. But who's the other person you mentioned? A judge, did you say? Yes, His Excellency. Oh, this is the Japanese judge. Judge Seishiro Jigoku. You've met him, Naruhodo. Last year, in the Supreme Court. He really wanted to declare you guilty. That terrible trial, when you were accused of murder. Yeah, I try to think of that as a positive turning point in my life these days. Well, it was Judge Jigoku who tried to get you guilty. If I'm perfectly honest, I'd be happy to never see that man's face again in my life. Oh well. Anyway, as Father was invited to take the symposium, he agreed to me returning to Britain too. He won't actually arrive until next month. But, well, I couldn't wait. So I pleaded with him, and begged with him, and I shined his shoes every single day. Do you know how freaking large his shoes are? Yeah, about the symposium. It seems as though Lord Strongheart has put an awful lot of work to make it happen. It's obviously very important. Yes, I believe it is. As I understand, Lord Strongheart organized the entire event himself. I think he's hoping that by achieving exceptional results, he'll get the job of Attorney General. Is he not the Attorney General? I guess he's just Chief Justice, maybe? I don't know how these ranking systems work in this game. The most senior position in the British justice system. He's hoping to use his power to create the world's finest policing institution. That's what Father said anyway. Apparently, it's Lord Strongheart's lifelong ambition. Does Professor Mikotoba know Lord Strongheart personally? Actually, Lord Strongheart gave me a very long speech about the subject. But I sort of lost the will to live early on. That's one way of describing it.
How trying for you.
Right, tell me about the very beautiful Englishwoman. Jezile Brett. The woman whose unforgivable actions ended in me being wrongly accused of a crime I didn't commit. The murder of Dr. John H. Wilson.
Yes.
Jezile Brett.
That's a name I...
That's a name I won't forget as long as I live.
The extraordinary thing is, though, it seems it's a name we should all forget.
Sorry?
Since the incident, our government's intelligence services have been investigating Miss Brett. But it turns out that an Englishwoman by the name of Jezile Brett didn't actually exist. Oh, shut up! My name is Jezile Brett!
Didn't exist? But how can that be? I think about her every day!
It was a pseudonym.
Her real name was Shin! Oh my...
You know what else she is? She's dead.
Okay, get Tobias Gregson in witness protection at this instant. I swear to freaking God. Oh my God, everyone is dead. Everyone on the list is dead. Oh my God. Wait, but then who's Strongheart's apprentice? I thought that was Shin. Wait, so you're telling me A Shin wasn't Asian? Well, that's a twist. A front. Who on earth was she?
Miss Asian. Her name is literally all our intelligence services have been able to ascertain. Nobody knows why, or even how she came to be in Japan.
Then how does she get hooked up with the university? I don't know. Anyway. But that makes no sense. It's no easy task to be accepted as a foreigner. What could that woman have been up to?
I'm afraid I really don't know. The only thing we can be sure of is that she had some business in our country that we don't understand yet.
And now she's been killed. While all the questions surrounding her existence remain unanswered.
I'm afraid so.
Aishin. Who on earth was she? And why do I feel as though I've heard that name? Because you have! It's on the hit list! They're all dead! Okay, so Kazuma was killed by Natalia, but I forgot her last name. Aishin was killed by Wright and Many Memo. And who else? Who else? Wilson was killed by Shin. Huh. I don't know. But Pavlova, yes, that's it. That Nikola Pavlova, I think her name was. Was that right? All I remember is Biff Stroganoff. Nikolina. Right, Nikola is a guy's name, I think. What about Kazuma?
After my friend Ray Mambami's trial, the reporter who actually killed Miss Britt
said something very strange.
You shouldn't go licking dog treats! They're poisonous!
No, not that part.
I know the truth. I know you had a hand in what went on, in that visiting student's fate. Nobody here in Japan knows why, knows anything about it. They don't know that guy never made it to England, that he died on the steamship, and that he'll never.
Obviously, I couldn't ask him to elaborate at the time. But later, I visited the man in his prison cell and asked him what he was going to say about Kazuma-sama. And what did you learn? After he died on the voyage to Great Britain, his body should have been unladen in the port of Hong Kong and passed into the care of the consulate staff there.
Should have been?
Well, it turns out his body never arrived. It just disappeared.
What? Kazuma's body vanished?
Our government tried to cover the fact up, it seems. They erected a grave on the cliffs by our hometown. Except, Kazuma-sama isn't there. Did Professor Bikotoba know about this? Yes, it would seem that he did. But he didn't tell me. They're still investigating what happened to Kazuma-sama's body as
Could it be that he's alive? No, but he must be dead because he's on the hit list. I just don't believe it. And what is this acute feeling of apprehension I have? What is this cute feeling? Thinking back now, some of the things that happened on the SS Bria were definitely strange. I mean, after he died, he wrote in Russian. We never saw his body again.
Could it be? Could it be that he's actually still alive?
Kazuma's still alive, not clickbait. Midnight. Gone wrong.
Stop it, Mr. Naruhodo. It's too much to bear. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Just thinking about the possibility pains me so very much. Cast your mind back for a moment, Mr. Naruhodo. When Kazuma-san...
You know, looking back at Biff Stroganoff's face, you could see his, like, the snake wrapped around his head.
When Kazuma-sama was discovered, Mr. Sholmes was there, wasn't he? And he definitely examined the body. I remember it clearly. You're right.
So if Kazuma hadn't actually been dead at all, it would mean that Mr. Sholmes had Right. Sholmes said that he was dead.
There's no reason why he would have possibly done such a thing.
I suppose that's true, yes. But then again, it's also Sholmes. He could lie for the sake of lying to us.
The idea that he might be still alive somewhere wants to fill me with hope, but I can't let it. Because if it turned out not to be true, then I'd be back at the bottom of that awful pit of despair again. I'm terrified of what that might do to me. Oh, Mrs. Susato. I know she's given the idea the thought it deserves. It's Susato we're talking about after all. So I probably shouldn't push it now. So, Mr. Naruhodo, I'm ready to start investigating if you are. I've committed every detail to the case to memory. And Iris has told me about the disturbing happenings at the Waxwork Museum as well. So you're fully abreast of the situation, huh? I'd expect nothing less of you, to be honest. I would think our first port of call should be to investigate this Mr. Trevor. The engineer responsible for building the elaborate machine that was used to effect this extraordinary trick. Yes, a conjurer of sorts. But by the sound of it, well known in the fields of science and magic. Right, he's not really a scientist and he's not really a magic. He's kind of just like a piece of crap. Then, we need to go arrest him. Well, yes, please don't throw me. He must know the truth behind the case. So I agree, we really need to arrest him.
It sounds like a case of tracking someone down. Which is a job for the police! Or a great detective!
Are we supposed to guess who she might be thinking of? We don't have that much time, so we need to get started straight away, I think.
Good idea. Well, best of luck then.
Oh, you're not coming?
I'm going to Brixton Road shortly for the herb market. But let me know later how it got on, won't you? I need to buy some time and some basil.
I love how well this game portrays the grief that Susato and Ryunosuke go through. Yeah. That was a little abrupt. The pull of the herb market must be strong. Okay. You guys enjoy the beautiful Susato. I'm going to take a very quick break just to get my head on because my head's feeling a little bit dizzy. I'll be right back.
Thanks, guys. It's been a long day, and my head is a little bit disoriented. Like I said, it's going to, what is it? It's going to be a bit of a shorter stream, but thanks for bearing with me, guys. Yeah, it's been a rough day for me, so thanks for bearing with me as I stood in the bathroom and kind of just, like, took a power nap. Anyway, how's it going, guys? Hey, how's it going, Meep? Yeah, Susato looks very different. She has a little purse now. Hope I end up feeling better. Thanks. Yeah, it's okay. It's like, it's just like, it's one of those weird days. It's like where, like, you know, when you focus on something too long, you start to go like, That's how I felt like when I was reading the last few lines. So I was like, okay, I better step away for a quick second. Okay. Oh, Mr. Sholm's suite is just as it was when I left. Welcome back. Is Iris typing away? No, where's Iris? Iris. Oh, right. She went to the herb. Oh, is it herb or is it herb?
Herb market. I'm going to the herb market. I need to buy some sage for the next brew of tea.
There's the cigar. I believe it's... Do you pronounce herb like you pronounce white and whiskey? Lord Chief Justice? We'll go to the prison first, I think. Oh my... Who gave this man chalk? I feel like every single smart person needs to draw a triangle. You see the triangle over there? What's he doing? Oh my! The whole wall is covered in mathematical equations. Where's the quadratic formula? Look, f of t is equal to m times a of t. I know what that means. And he's still writing more. And he's still writing more. Professor, sorry to interrupt. Oh, frick, this guy's... I'm a German! Ah, Mr. Naruhodo! And who is this young lady? My name is Susato Mikotoba. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant. It is a pleasure to meet you, Professor. Hairbrain predicting the end of the world. 2012! The Mayans predicted it! Oh, if only I meet a young, refined woman like you soon. Then I wouldn't have gone into academic. Buddy, it's too late to regret your life of being a shut-in. None of this would have been happening. No. That's not logical. That makes no sense. Oh dear, I'm sorry if women upset you. I'm sorry if you're afraid of women. Oh gosh, this is the woman. The woman, they frightened me so. I owe you an apology too, Professor. I didn't manage to deliver what I promised you I would in this court this morning. Not the XX chromosome! Oh no! 9! 9! 9! 9! 9! 9! 9! 9!
The whole thing, the whole miserable affair. It all happened because I'm such a complete and utter clot. Professor Hairbrain? What have you been working on? Why are there no numbers? Why are you just writing the alphabet? The more advanced you are at math, the less you actually write numbers. Oh, you mean that? Oh, how embarrassing. I was suddenly struck by an idea, you see, and I was simply had to write it down. That's all I had to hand. Oh, is it some new hypothesis? Something to surpass super high voltage instantaneous kinesis? Maybe. No, actually, this is my autobiography. What? What? Once you start getting into calculus, you will see. I mean, that's kind of a joke that a lot of people who do study math make. Gotta go. See you later, Mel. This is how Elon named his kid. Your autobiography? How I was diddled and fiddled! No! God! I feel like you could come up with a better title. By Albert Hairbrain. We need to work on your choice of words. I found I could only represent my odd fortunes with only odd numbers in an ambitious set of simultaneous equations. Really? I am going to have to pay back all the loans I took for my kinesis machine, you see. So this is going to be the nearest serial publication for next month. Part 1. An old bass and old upbringing. What is that? Is that like a tiny scientific magazine? Or a scientific journal? I guess you can't beat the man's optimism. Well, for now, would you mind if we take a look at the case? Oh, yes, of course. I've been working through the numbers. I was diddled! I was fiddled by the pair! Oh, the wording! Wording! A word! Phrasing! It was a very different era back then. By Asman and the Iluf engineer Treba. Not gonna have to sit through the explanation of all these diddlings and fiddlings, are we? Are you here to diddle and fiddle me? If you are here to diddle and fiddle me, Naruhodo, please be gentle. This freaking guy. Everything, I believe, has turned on its head. My research, my Mr. Asman, the kinesis machine, my hypothesis even. Sorry it's come to this. There's really no other way. No, nein, it's not your fault. I want to protect my work, but in the end, there was nothing worth protecting. It was never my intention to deceive anyone. I didn't want to trick the public. No, of course you didn't. But in court this morning, I realized something. Oh? If you've done something wrong without knowing it, you've still done something wrong! Logically, it makes no difference if you were not aware of it. Ignorance is a poor excuse. The blame still lies with me. Oh, Professor. He believed me this morning, you know. Barak did. He believes in my hypothesis.
Well, I think that it was just a necessary factor in the prosecution establishing its case.
No, Barak wouldn't do something like that. I'm sure he genuinely believes it.
Aw, friends forever. Did he though?
I think I understand now. Why it was he decided to take on the prosecution in my trial, I mean.
Oh.
After the terrible accident, nobody would believe my hypothesis anymore. Not the police, not the prosecution service, not any lawyer.
I feel like I was dealt some kind of finishing blow.
So, if any other prosecutor had taken the case, if it was anyone other than Barak, I'm sure the prosecution would have declared my hypothesis a complete and utter nonsense. But Barak would not diddle and fiddle me without my permission.
And in that case, you have been declared a fraud but yourself, Professor.
Exactly. Which would have been a face worse than death for me. But Barak insisted that I was a proper man of science from start to finish.
You think that's why he...
I know him very well indeed. He's an extremely kind-hearted soul. But that extremely kind-hearted soul spent all morning trying to paint you as a murderer. Well, admittedly, the part of the analysis appears to have some flaws in it.
And what about the whole Reaper side of things? How does that all fit in with the kind-hearted soul?
So, do you think he set out to trick me from the very start?
Sorry to say, that does seem likely.
When I first met him, he introduced himself as a wealthy financier. He looked over the paper I'd written and said my work would benefit all humanity and must be pursued. He was so enthused. He was so empathetic.
But in reality, he was the mastermind of some criminal network.
I still can't believe. It's Susano's big book of everything!
Dude got played, dude got diddled and fiddled, man.
As the machine was essentially a set decoration for some stage magic. It probably didn't require a large amount of investment, actually.
But the scale of it, this wasn't some small trick. It was a very elaborate feat of deception. I like how the book disappears now that she just doesn't have her sleeves.
All young scientists are full of hope about their burgeoning ideas, full of zeal. But none of us have any money. We want to do research, but we cannot even afford it. Many of us take barely legal part-time work to try to earn a few...
What is barely legal part-time work?
To go through all that, only to be taken for a complete fool, is too rotten to believe.
It is, I agree.
And that's why we have to find those responsible and bring them to justice. Mr. Asmon's no more, of course, which leaves only the engineer. Mr. Enoch Drebber. Okay, tell us about Drebber. Is he an engineer or a magician? Or a swindler? It was about a year ago when Mr. Asmon first brought Drebber to meet me in the laboratory. Since then, I've met him many times to discuss details about the kinesis machines. But at no point did you have an inkling of what he just had, that he was just an illusionist. Oh, he definitely wasn't just an illusionist. What do you mean? He was a wealth of deep scientific knowledge. There's no question that the man is a genuine scientist. It's instantly apparent in conversation. I see. But the wretched man deceived you, Professor. It's unforgivable. We must do everything we can to find him and bring him to justice. Are there no more clues you can give us as to his whereabouts? I'm sorry. We only ever discussed the kinesis machine, nothing more. Although, just once, I did visit his workshop. What workshop? Drebber's enormous fabrication laboratory, where he constructed my great machine. Oh, guess we gotta go to his lab. Why didn't you mention this before? Not Drebber's workshop. There's every chance we might find the man in there. Alright, tell us about the workshop, buddy. I'm drinking day-old coffee to wake myself up. So you've been to Drebber's place of work, then? Yes, just once, you understand. It was enormous. Plenty of room to construct the kinesis machine, you see. Where can we find it? We have to go there. There's a good chance we'll find Drebber there. Well, yes, definitely. I'm sure. As in, I'm sure you're not going to want to hear this. Okay. But I have absolutely no idea where the workshop is. How? 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 Didn't you go there? I'm so sorry. How do you say sorry in German again? Whatever, sorry. I was more than half expecting that, to be honest. You see, I was blindfolded. Why were you blind? Okay. You blindfolded? He wasn't taking any chances, huh? The place was incredible. The pinnacle of modern engineering. Even the oil he used was the very best. A special French machine oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain. As the indescribable scent of that imported oil. Perfumers across the world should forget their scent formula and use oil instead. Does machine oil smell good? What do you think, Miss Susato? Oh, the machine for your... Oh, the machine for your next birthday. I've never used any kind of perfume, Mr. Naruhodo. I smell naturally good. And I'm not sure I'd like to start with that. I don't suppose you know even part of the workshop's address, Mr. Professor. You don't have a business card from Mr. Drebber, for example. The man was clearly very Ah! Yes, I do! He gave me the business card! How does this make sense? He took him to the lab, didn't let him to see the address, but just gave him the business card? Let me see that. Flips him. Ah! She has diddled and fizzled me. Throw etiquette to the wind, I suppose. Enoch Drebber, engineer. I'm afraid. Wait, that's it? That's it. It's just Drebber, engineer. No. Oh well. I can't say I'm surprised. Still, this could be useful. Drebber's card. I thought he'd be stupid enough to put the address. I don't know. Why would he even give a card then? Oh, ooh, there's something here. There's dark smudge here. I think it's perhaps machine oil. Yeah, possibly. Professor Hairbrain mentioned that mentioned something about the oil Mr. Drebber uses, didn't he? He said it was specially imported and very high quality that's impossible to obtain in Britain. Yes, that's right. But more importantly, that it's far more fragrant than the finest perfume. So excuse me for a moment. She's rubbing the card over her. Oh, it doesn't appear to have any scent at all. Don't worry. I expect it's just because there's such a tiny amount here. Okay. So there's machine oil there. I guess that's it. I'm sorry, I lost myself for a second. Wait a second. Oh, Miss Two Spell!
Oh my. No wonder it's called the House of Horrors. I'd like to turn on my heels and go straight home. Via the confectionery.
Being scared makes you crave sweets? I can understand that.
I was looking forward to a reunion after 6 months away, but there's no sign of Mr. Sholmes anywhere.
That's strange. You should be here investigating the abduction of the waxwork. Oh well. Suppose we'll have to just come back later. And Sholmes. Oh, where'd he go? And Sholmes in the bathtub. No. Look at the stepladder. Oh, I'll have to go back and look at it. 23rd of October, the Great Exhibition. Grounds. Foot of the Crystal Tower. Give me a quick moment, guys. I just need one more very short break. So sorry.
All right. Thank you for your patience. 23rd of October, the Great Exhibition Grounds, foot of the Crystal Tower. Oh my god, she's got a dog!
I had no idea there were so many people in the world.
I know what you mean, it's really packed here today.
It feels as though it's taken us 2 hours just to make our way through the crowds.
It has? I shut down my brain, so I didn't really notice.
Gosh, I wish I did have your absence of mind.
There you are! I had a feeling you lot would show your mug before long.
Oh, man! I don't sound like a 17-year-old girl, I'm a man!
Oh, it's Inspector Gregson. See, you're hard at work.
Meh. Warm greetings to you. I still hope you've been keeping well since last we met, see?
What's with all the ceremony? We just saw each other in court this morning.
Not you, sunshine. Gentlewoman so loyally at your side.
Oh. Why, thank you, Inspector. How good of you to notice. I'm wearing a hat. He might be a bit rough around the edges, but he's still a proper English gentleman at heart, I suppose.
Man, what do you mean, suppose?
As you probably guessed, we're hoping to investigate the scene.
Right, well, the young trainees don't mind. Ah! Get over here!
Well, she's playing with the dog. She seems to be busy. Probably giving it a traditional East End training. Gina? She's a police officer now. Oh no, we're all due. Amazing, isn't it?
She's a good kid, actually. Heart's in the right place, anyway. She got the detective bug, if you ask me.
Gregson's the mean old dad who didn't want to adopt a cat and now feeds it every single day.
I think she'll follow my footsteps nicely. Maybe grow a nice mustache.
What do you mean?
I'm being transferred. Time for me to say Toodaloo to London.
Wait, what? Oh no, really? That's a bit sudden, isn't it? I had no idea. Where are you gonna be posted then? Well, we'll come to see how you're getting along.
Well, not likely, but you're welcome to try. If you don't mind a trip to France. Oh, yeah, we're not going to France. Nope. I'm thinking about starting a company we call Ubisoft.
To France?
I'll be working in the Paris Police Prefecture. She'll be right up my alley.
But France? That's like a different country. I don't understand. Why would you be sent there?
That's the way adult way works, sunshine. Now don't go poking to your nose into where it's not wanted. Wee, huh, see?
I just gave up when I heard France.
I'm intending to take the kid with me when I go. Oh!
Gregson loves Gina. You can't hide it. You can't hide it. You love Gina. You love your little daughter. What? You're taking Gina to Paris?
I can't leave her here in London. Who knows what will become of her? She's gotta learn discipline.
I suppose he's worried she'll slip back into her hands. Slip back into slipping her hands into people's pockets. I don't think he's worried about pickpocketing, Mr. Naruhodo. I think he's worried about the Reaper. Right. So that, oh god, no, please don't die, Gina.
Anyway, I haven't mentioned this to Gina, so don't go blam, you hear me?
No, of course not. She's literally standing right behind you, though. She can probably hear.
I've got to keep that diving diva safe and sound. Until all this is over, at least.
Oh, you just call me a bloomin' diving diva?
Yeah, so you heard that, did you? Right, well, any questions about the scene, you can put them to my capable detective diva. Man, see?
Alright, you heard the boss! Inspector Lestrange's in charge now! I've been in the police force for more than 3 days, so I'm a senior! Suppose I better keep my word and not mention Paris. So, Gina, you got a new dog? Oh, look at him! Any great? Toby's his name. Toby! She named him after Gregson! Oh my god! We got Tobias and we got Toby! How delightful. He's absolutely adorable. Yes, the dog does seem lovely. But it's the not-so-lovely Inspector Gregson thing that's playing on my mind. Gina deserves 100%, 150% pure concentrated happiness. I don't think we have anything to examine. Nothing new, at least. Alright, time to converse. Gina. We're actually hoping that we could investigate the scene again. Yeah, right. If it's all around here, you can do what you like. Thanks. That's alright, is it? I'm gonna be playing with new friend here. Yes. Toby Gregson. He says hello. The machine that exploded must be at the top of these stairs. I haven't actually seen it yet, so if you don't mind. Sorry, you can't go up there, Suze. Suze. Oh. It's like I told Anna yesterday. Even I ain't allowed near that wreck. What's it called again? The reason we ain't supposed to touch it? The special dispense the agreement of the science. The Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act. Is that what you're thinking? Yeah, that's the one. That's why there are only a lot of them around to investigate. What they call again? Forensic something. It's okay, Gina's very smart. The Forensic Investigation Team. Is that what you were thinking of? Yeah, that's the one, yeah! But isn't it the case that the special dispensation has been lifted? She's trying. She's working very hard. Don't worry. I'm learning the alphabet. I'm still learning the alphabet. I think so. I'm really getting to be truthful with ya. Still, you're supposed to get permission from some bitway as far as I know. What was her name again? Lord Strange Solomon. I'm not sure that's quite right, Gina. I think you mean Lord Strongheart. Yeah, that's what. Yeah. Apparently he's watching all time or something. So without Lord Strongheart, we can't investigate, huh? It was great, wasn't it? I had the right laugh. It was a new one on me on that. You know, being caught or not spending the whole time worrying about I'm about to be found out. You did keep an awful lot of secrets in your previous court appearances, didn't you? Yeah, and Otto made me say and made things odd for me every single time. Oh, I'm just doing my job, Gina. But what if someone else gets the neck? It's a lot of fun. I don't like being harassed, but when someone else is getting harassed, hell yeah. And what's amazing when you show that dodgy professor's dodgy experiment was a total fix. The dodgy professor, as you put it, is Mr. Naruhodo's client. Yes, I'm starting to wish he wasn't. It's a boy I feel sorry for, set off to do an impossible. Oh, what do you mean? He's supposed to arrest that cove, eh? Any time for tomorrow? You know, a dodgy engineer. What's his name again? Mr. Drebber, you mean? Enoch Drebber. Yeah, that's the one. So the police is looking for this mysterious man with a black does he have a black monocle?
I guess they would be.
It's putting too much on the ball, if you ask me. He says it's giving him a gut, eh? Oh dear. But I do wonder if that isn't actually from all the fried food.
Alright, tell me where the engineer is. So Scotland Yard are trying to track down Mr. Enoch Drebber.
It's real funny looking. He's got two eyes and he's got two eyes and a mouth. Still a glimpse of his picture from earlier. I mean, I didn't actually pinch it or nothing. Old Devil's just got it.
Sorry, who?
You know, that Scowling Reaper who's always glugging down glasses of that red blood red plonk. Ah, Mr. Lord Van Zeeks. He's always at it in for me, that cove. Don't know what he's always scowling about mine. Probably would have given him a pretty good boss if it goes.
You'd rather be the Reaper's apprentice than a detective's trainee? The way I see it. If the choice is between a chip-guzzling or detective or a chalice-glugging demigod, you're equally bad off with both.
I suppose you're right. I didn't thought that like that, to be honest.
Well, glad we put that one to bed.
Anyway, point is everyone at the yards does set on fire a fishy engineer. But there don't seem to be no clues to go on. They're stuck.
So doesn't think that could lead us to Drebber at all. Oh, wrong one. Real funny looking eyes and teeth and nose and stuff, and yeah, Lord Van Zeeks, and Lord Van Zeeks is good, and yeah, he's great, yeah. Okay. Tober the Doger. Where'd you find a little mutt then?
Oh, don't be so flaming rude, Odo!
Slight overreaction, don't you think?
It ain't no mole, right? Toby's how they put it. Yeah, a bona fide detective. I hate this. I hate this.
Sorry.
I'll give him a proper title and everything. It's Chief Inspector Toby T. He ranks higher than Tobias Gregson. More senior than Inspector. Oh, so he's a police dog, is he?
Police recruit dogs now?
I've heard that they've already been used officially in Germany as part of their city policing. They're used for chasing criminals and such like. They have a wonderful sense of smell.
I have a fairly good sense of smell myself, as it happens.
I can tell undergarments that have been freshly laundered from undergarments. Ryunosuke, what the frick?
Why are you going around smelling underwear, buddy? Oh boy.
That's nothing compared to this little fella, Odo.
Really?
According to what boss said. Look at him, she's holding him like a gun. Once Toby's got a good whiff of your drawers, he could chase that scent to the other side of the world.
What? He can smell underwear on the other side of the world? You mean he can swim?
Mr. Naruhodo, I think you may have missed the point by a rather wide.
I just can't believe this little dog has such incredible skill.
I'm telling you, Odo, there's gonna be more and more dogs doing their bit for the police in the future. Yes, I agree. Bro, one of these days they'll be barking orders at us by the law.
Rough. You take that.
Oh dear. Sorry, Tina. I don't think I agree with your vision quite that much. Well, anyway, whatever you think about that, Toby here's Britain's first police dog. I found him down at the East End the other day. Someone had chucked him out on the street.
Oh, that's kind of sad. There you go. I knew she'd lifted him from somewhere.
Oh, Gina, you're such a kind-hearted soul, aren't you? To children and animals.
Okay, so we need Strongheart's permission, so... Justice's office? Who the frick is that? 23rd of October, British Supreme Court, Lord Chief Justice. Oh, who's that standing behind Lord Strongheart?
I wonder. I've never seen her before.
Oh. The young champion of the court. You had some success this morning, I understand. And you've thrown the entire government into disarray as a result.
Yeah, you mean because of Professor Harebrain's experiment?
Sham science being demonstrated at London's great exhibition. The country's been made to look foolish, and now politicians are scrambling to respond. Lord Van Zeeks is in Whitehall as we speak, giving an emergency briefing. Oh, nice weather. None of this is your responsibility. The government is entirely to blame for having been taken in. The special dispensation that prevents investigation at the scene will be annulled later today. Once that happens, my forensic investigation team will move in and deal with the scrap metal in no time. It's scrap metal now, apparently. Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god. Hello, my beautiful, oh my god, she can stare daggers into my heart, oh my freaking god.
Until later then, Lord Strongheart.
Yes, thank you.
I love you! I love you, wait for me!
Who was that, and was she single? That was Dr. Courtney Scythe. Scythe? Scythe? Scythe.
Seether? Scythe? Seeth? Seethe? Sith?
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
I thought it was Scythe.
Dr. Courtney Scythe, Scotland Yard's esteemed chief coroner. She's leading the forensic investigation team's handling of the case. She was just delivering her report about the victim, in fact.
Oh, I see. About Mr. Asman? Oh, right. She's the coroner, so she's been dissecting Asman.
Following the outcome of the trial earlier, I asked the coroner's office to reevaluate its findings. I don't have time to tell you what she concluded. If you want to know, you'll have to ask her directly. You can find her in the forensics laboratory.
Right, yeah, cool.
Now, what were you here to see me about? I can give you 7 minutes and 39, 8, 7, 36, 30.
Okay, I'll go. So, can I go into the crime scene? What exactly is the forensic investigation team?
The British Empire's police force must become the most exemplary in the world. For that to happen, it's imperative that we embrace forensic science and everything it has to offer. I first created the forensic investigation team a year ago now, unofficially of course, to pave the way.
Goodness, a year ago?
At next month's symposium, I intend to present the results of their work to the world. Once I do that, the House of Lords will be powerless to oppose the creation of a full-scale forensics division. And once that happens, the position of Attorney General will be mine, and criminals will suffer greatly.
What do you mean?
For too long, those scoundrels have made a mockery of our legal system with false evidence and bribes. But London's scum is not about to be rounded up and burnt into the fires of hell. I intend to see it personally. By creating the finest police force— oh, look there, the birds. Police force the world has ever known. To protect the world from devastation. To protect our honor and our future.
Look at the wild's eyes. He means every word. Vindictive. He is a bit vindictive.
Dr. Scythe is an extremely reliable coroner. When I officially establish the forensics division at Scotland Yard, she will run it as my right-hand woman. Woman. Now then, speaking of the symposium, Miss Miko Toba.
Oh, yes, my lord.
Your father should be on the high seas as we speak, making his way here to represent the Empire of Japan.
Yes, that's right. I understand he'll arrive at the beginning of next month.
Are you acquainted, Lord Strongheart? With Professor Mikotoba?
It was many years ago, but yes, I remember Dr. Mikotoba very well.
Gasp!
If memory serves, it was some 15 years ago that your father came to Britain as a visiting student.
That was the year I was born, so yes. 16 years ago, in fact.
Did he say 15 or 16? Hold on. Remember 15? No, 15. No, but he thought it was 15. It was actually 16. I see.
Miko Toba was a young practitioner of forensic science, and Jigoku, Jigoku. No, he probably doesn't know how to pronounce the names. Mikotoba was a young practitioner of forensic science, and Jigoku accompanied him as a young, promising judge. The punctiliousness and politeness of the Japanese at the time impressed us greatly. However, not that I wish to imply impoliteness or carelessness on your part in any way.
I didn't think that you were.
Dr. Mikotoba studied forensics at one of London's large hospitals. Saint Sinners.
Oh, that's the place that, was that the place that Herlock went to when he was attacked by the I wanted to say the Wright brothers. The, what was it called? The Skulkin brothers, right? If I remember.
Dr. Scythe was also there then, as it happens.
Then Dr. Scythe knows my father.
She was a young medical assistant at the time, so I doubt their paths cross regularly. But I've no doubt they knew each other superficially. After all, Dr. Mikotoba was here studying his subject for some 6 years in total.
That's a long time to be studying abroad, isn't it? I lived with my grandma in those years. So he left his newly born daughter. And we don't really know what happened to the mom. We just assume that she, like, died in childbirth or something. It was a rather turbulent time at home. Oh. Perhaps father wanted a reason to get away and abandon his daughter. I don't know how this feels. Maybe, like this is tough because I know, like, people who are, like, you know, who have, like, feel like they have a devotion or a dedication to their country. It's hard for them to balance, like, life, like, regular life as well. Especially, like, you know, in Japan, it's, like, your duty to help Japan, like, probably in this era. What do you mean? Why? Uh-oh. Well, clearly something was going on at the time. You don't have to ask. Come on, Ryunosuke, just let it go. I wanted to ask you about something, Lord Van Zeeks. I heard that... About Lord Van Zeeks. I heard that his older brother was killed by a mass murderer known as the Professor. Not to be confused with Professor Harebrained, or Professor Mikotoba, or any other of the professors in this game. By a mass murderer known as the Professor, who targeted nobles and royalty. Is that right?
You Japanese are a thorough lot. You've done your research well. Yes. And you could say that it was that very incident that gave rise to the Reaper.
What?
When his brother, Clint Van Zeeks, was murdered. It was just after young Baroque had graduated from the University of London to become a prosecutor. When obvious criminals who managed to evade conviction in court started disappearing, rumors quickly spread throughout the capital. Londoners started to say that wherever Baroque Von Zeeks went, the ghost of his dead brother wasn't far behind.
Oh my word. So Lord Van Zeeks isn't the Reaper. It's the ghost of his... Wait. Okay. Right, Lord Van Zeeks lost his brother to the serial killer.
Ever since that time, he became a very aloof figure in London's legal circles.
Oh yeah, Lord Strongheart.
Go ahead.
It's about Professor Harebrain's experimental machine. We'd like your permission to examine the remains, if that's possible.
Oh. Are you well versed in science, then?
Not in the slightest. In fact, you could say, I was barely aware that the subject even existed. 2 + 2, what is that? Well, the special dispensation legally preventing The special dispensation legally preventing investigation of the machine is currently being annulled. Within a few hours, Dr. Scythe's team of forensic experts will begin their own investigation. But I suppose that until then, there's no harm in you looking at the wreckage. As long as you touch nothing.
Thank you, sir! Being able to look is better than nothing.
And I'll be able to see it too! It's so exciting to see a murder scene!
Your time is up. You'll have to excuse me now, I'm afraid. My next engagement calls. Whoa, I had a weird freak out for a second. Wait. Sorry, I totally... You'll have to excuse me now. My next did I miss something? Sorry. It's been a weird day, man. I love how he's like, my next engagement calls, and I'm just like standing there. My next engagement calls. Man, just Windows rebooted.
We are extremely sorry to have troubled you when you are so busy, my lord.
I have important matters to attend to in preparation for the symposium. You understand? You've done that before, too. It's been a weird day. Did I say anything weird? I don't even remember. Like, I kind of, like, blanked out for, like, a second. Oh, for... No, I didn't say anything. I just blanked out. I believe this is it. Dr. Scythe's laboratory. She has such a way with interior decorating. I think I'm in love, guys. The chemical smell really assaults the nose. There's plenty that assaults the eyes.
It looks as though the doctor isn't in here.
But we're here now, so we might as well look around. Quick, go through her desk. What a seasoned tourist you've become, Miss Susato. We could just have a little look, being careful not to upset any restless souls. Don't mind me, just gonna look at this bone saw over here. Look at the bottles on the shelves. What an assortment of chemicals.
The ones here are labeled highly toxic. You should try them.
That's worrying because there are also things that look like salt and pepper shakers in here.
Oh, yes. And they actually say salt and pepper on them. The doctor probably spends a lot of time in this room, I suppose. Perhaps she has meals here before.
I knew coroners. I didn't actually know coroners. I knew, like, you know, as you know, my sister is a professor, not a professor, but actually she is kind of a professor. She's a lecturer, but she works at a hospital, right? Like, she's a doctor at a hospital, and she knows coroners that, like, you know how, like, they put the bodies in, or like whatever you call them, maybe not the coroners, but like the people who do the autopsies. Like, you know how you put the bodies in the refrigerators? She knows some of the coroners that, like, when they're not, like, they'll clean out, you know, they have to clean those things really well, right? Like, clean the little refrigerator things. But, like, the ones that are empty, they'll just put stuff inside. It's like, oh, where did I put my lunch? Oh, there it is.
Perhaps she has meals here sometime.
Life goes on, even when you're surrounded by death. Ooh, what you reading? Look at this big, thick book here.
It appears to be a accounting ledger. It's a record of the forensic investigation team's spending. Oh?
Oh? What is it?
It's clear that the team purchases various equipment supplies on a monthly basis, but one entry seems rather strange.
Wait, what? Is she buying anime? Is she cooking the books to buy anime? They're buying 500 scalpels. I was close. I was close.
Oh, she also bought a Yuri manga. Oh, she also bought this Yuri manga. Wait, Rei Membami X Susato? What the heck is this?
500? How many dead bodies does she go through a day? They must be working really hard.
I don't know. Judicial autopsies are only carried out on special circumstances. And scalpel blades can be sharpened too.
Why would she be buying that many scalpels? Let me think. What if she's committing murders with them? Ooh. After the professor, the next serial killer, the coroner. It does seem a bit strange. 500 scalpels a month. What could they be possibly using them all for? Oh, time to go.
What are you doing?
I was waiting for you and hoping that you were waiting for me as well. If you would excuse me. I love Madame Two Spells. But oh my god, Miss Scythe is like, oh my god, she could dissect my body any day, if you know what I'm saying. Miss Scythe, you could have a thorough investigation of me. Oh. This is almost better than asking Madame Two Spells to pour wax on me. We had to ask you something, but you weren't here, so
So you thought to snoop around. That's acceptable to you people from the East, is it?
Girl, are you racist to Japanese people? Because honestly, I don't mind. You can degrade me all you want. Oh my god!
Well, what do you want?
Lord Strongheart told us you could... You see, that it was you who examined the body of Mr. Esmond. I mean...
So we came to ask you about your findings, on Lord Strongheart's advice. Very well. If the Lord Chief Justice has given consent.
What?
She gives me consent.
Oh, girl. Investigate away. I mean, what,
I'll tell you what our investigation revealed. But when we're done, you must leave immediately.
Should we keep looking around? Will she let us keep looking around?
I suppose this is Dr. Scythe's desk?
I would not like to work in a place like this.
It's very tidy though, isn't it, Mr. Naruhodo? Imagine how efficiently she must work.
The lighting is poor, which is bad for the eyes. And the chemicals can't be good for you either. Not to mention the skeleton watching over you, which is definitely bad for you.
Well, yes, those are valid concerns, I suppose.
I can cope with the one-eyed Daruma doll, but that's all. Can we click on the, no? I guess that's it. Converse.
So, you want to know what the forensic investigation team determined from its examination of the scene? The victim, Mr. Odie Asman, who disappeared from the experimentation stage amid an explosion, and the Mr. Asman who appeared moments later, partway up the Crystal Tower, were without question one and the same person. That is the team's...
Wait. Well, you couldn't have known if Odie Asman on stage was actually Odie Asman. So the way I see it is, does that mean Odie Asman up in the stand was the real one, or what? Not the stand, that's the tower. But that can't be right.
If it was an elaborate trick, we can only speculate about how it was carried out. Let's see, if two people who looked very similar to each other were involved, they could have made it appear as if it was a single person, couldn't they? Very true, but sadly in this instance, that was not the case. The man who disappeared and the man who subsequently reappeared was the same
How do you know this?
The fingerprint. Oh, wait, the fingerprint. Oh, wait, that's a good point. They're not yet officially recognized as forensic evidence in the British justice system.
Well, what about the skin print?
But one day, they will be used as an investigative aid, as a matter of course. Oh my, but that would mean that the instantaneous kinesis actually took place. So, where does that leave us?
Okay. We have very strong reason to believe that the instantaneous kinesis didn't actually take place. Which means if they believe the instantaneous kinesis did take place, what does that mean? One, they're idiots. Two, they have a reason for suspecting that both of the people were Odie Asman. Three, they have a reason for covering up the fact that Odie Asman was either not one place or not another place. I don't know.
My team was tasked with investigating, not drawing conclusions.
Drawing. Right. Drawing is one of those weird words that has an R in it.
Not drawing conclusions. Instantaneous kinesis is impossible.
Yet the body did move from one place to the other.
This hasn't cleared up anything at all.
It's made my heart a whole lot more confused.
Mama.
She has a kid? No! Is your daughter single, though? Are you single, though? Because, I mean, you know what they say. The apple don't fall far from the tree. Hello, girl.
Mama, what is this?
Where did she spring from? And did you just call the doctor Mama?
This is a lawyer, dear.
Look, this is a Japanese lawyer.
Oh.
Hello. To meet, pleased to meet you. I'm a defense lawyer. Ryunosuke.
Mama. Yes. Can I cut this one up?
Oh, she wants me to open. Girl,
I will open up to you, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, girl, if you open up to me, I'll open up to you. We can, I don't even know what she looks like. Well, I don't really care. If she is an offspring of this beautiful lady, she can't be anything but beautiful, if you know what I'm saying. What? Oh my god!
I've never seen the inside of an Eastern person before. I want to know what it looks like. Are they filled with jelly?
Of course you can't. This is a live specimen, as you can see very well.
But the jelly, Mama. Boring.
Call me. I think I just had a near-death experience.
Oh dear, Mr. Naruhodo. You're as pale as a corpse.
Do you know who else is very beautifully pale? My beautiful. She's 39. Just a little bit too old for Naruto. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But you know, on this channel we've watched MILF Manor. So, I'm just saying. Let's leave before I'm mistaken for what? Mommy can fix Scythe can fix my mommy issues. Well, let's just I don't want Scythe to fix my mommy issues. Tell your daughter to call me. No. I wonder if the evidence we were given from Professor Harebrain will come useful. Experimentation stage. Oh, we have permission now, at least. We've investigated the forensics thing. Not here. Let's hope my daughter doesn't try to butcher me. Oh. She can open me up all she wants. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. So we have permission now. Gina. We're actually hoping that we can investigate this scene again. Yeah, alright. If it's around here, you can do what you like. That's alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing with my new friend here. Chief Inspector Toby Gregson.
The machine that exploded must be at the top. I haven't seen it.
Sorry you can't go up there, Zeus.
Do you not notice the cleaver and knife she was waving? What? You think she could? You think her cold personality will stab me in the heart? No, but her knife probably will.
It's like I told Edo yesterday. I ain't even allowed near that wreck. The wreck I'm talking about is Tobias Gregson.
The special dispensation.
Yeah, that's the law of investigate. Their friends sit or something.
Yeah, we've seen this.
Yeah, that's one, yeah.
But the special dispensation's been lifted.
I think so. I don't really get it, to be truthful with that. I suppose you get permission from some bitwig, or as far as I know. What's his name again? Lord Strange. Keep?
Lord Strongheart?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, apparently he's always watching the time or something.
Actually, we've just recently went to see Lord Strongheart.
You what? You met him? Last time the boss was called to see him, we waited for 3 hours at the Cove's office and came back sniveling.
Tragic.
Well, Lord Strongheart has given us permission, as long as we touch nothing.
Yeah. Honestly. Alright then, go ahead. But if it turns out you're lying, he'll be the boss who gets it. He'll never eat another chip in his life. Oh no! His fish and chips! So, you're still all saying all this above board, are ya? I'm sure everything will be fine. Don't take away his chips, it's all he's got! That's all he's got in life! Alright then, them's the stairs, off you go. Thank you, Gina. There is one thing I wanted to try, though. Gina. What is it? Right, Toby's a dog, right? So maybe he could figure out where Drebber's lab is if since Drebber touched this thing. Presenting my badge. We present a bit too many badges too many times. About this, Gina. Yeah, I'm still learning me letters at the moment. I only know A to E. There's no way. It's been 6 months, and she only knows 5 letters of the alphabet. So it ain't much bleeding trouble. Actually, Gina, it's the back of the card that's important. How come? Oh yeah, the oil smells bad. It's just a dirty smudge on the back sole. It turns out that thing is very high quality French machine oil. It has a very particular scent. Oh, you don't say? Let's have a whiff then. I don't smell nothing. You sure? I don't smell nothing. Me and Gina, we're like this. We're like this. I know my daughter better than I know myself. Same. We share the same brain cell. It's Gina's turn to use the brain cell. No, we didn't mean you should smell it. Oh, right! You mean Toby Gregson? Come on, Big G! Big TG! Hey, since it smells good, he can track people over the oceans, right? Professor Hairbrain informs us that the oil is unique to Mr. Drebber's workshop. Toby, gun, go! I think he's picked up a scent. So you mean if he follows the scent of this oil, Toby can lead us to that dodgy cove's workshop? That's right. That's exactly what we were hoping for. No, Toby, that's a shoe! No, Toby, that's a man's bloomers! Alright then, we'll give it a go. I'll just borrow it. Wait, what? Wait, when did you... Oh, wait, once a pickpocket, always. If I lead everyone to that Drebber's workshop, I'll be the boss's boss before next week. Oh, no. Oh. Tobias Gregson is already under Toby Gregson. I'm sure he'll be promoted. Poor Gregson. Alright then, Edo. Leave it to me. Sorry? We're gonna get going after that dodgy engineer cove right this minute. Oh, but hang on. Someone's supposed to be on guard duty all this time. I'm afraid we can't help. We need to get on with our investigation. Oh, right. Oh, well, never mind. Ain't gonna be me who gets the neck. It'll be the ball. Damn, she's destroying him. Man, I should have never taken on this stupid kid. Poor Gregson. Ready, Toby? Got that oil set, have you? Come on, boy. Let's go, Toby Gregson. See you later. I do hope the scent of that oil leads them to the swindler's workshop. I hope so, too. Ideally before the dog swims across the channel to France. Well, now that she's also out of the way, we can also move forward. Onwards! Alright, let's go and see. I guess now we can investigate. I guess we can pick up clues now? There it is. So this is the machine that was used to deceive people into thinking instantaneous kinesis had taken place. Yes, that's right. Or rather, was the machine. It's a little worse for wear. What extraordinary lengths Professor Harebrain went through in order to obtain the research grant. No, the professor was tricked! He didn't know! Of course he was. Keep telling yourself that. The scale of the whole affair is so very British. It's so very British. You're right about that. You'd never see such a grand deception in Japan, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, Akechi definitely didn't betray Oda Nobunaga in some grand deception or anything. Oh, look. Is that... Oh. What up, bro? So, I think we're more or less done here. Shall we move on? Already? He is the Reaper. We don't want to die. But we have permission to be here. From the top. We'll be perfectly well allowed to investigate this machine, as long as we don't touch anything. From the... Do you mean Lord Strongheart? Exactly. So we can stay here and stare at this wreckage for as long as we like. She could have been at the center of the explosion, and it wouldn't have bent her steel will. Yo, what's up, bro? How's it going? Okay, we should investigate the machine, and then we'll talk to him. And we're just going to pretend he's not there for now. This wasn't here yesterday. Oh, yeah, I don't think it was here yesterday. Did Strongheart carry it as like, I'm going to put this giant cage right here? If I'm not mistaken, it's the cage in which the victim was standing before he was apparently beamed through the... That's right. Oh, it's the bird cage. According to what Professor Harebrain said, it's made of wood. That doesn't look like it's made of wood. It has some metal. Unless the metal's just paint. Unless the wood is just painted orange. Or more precisely, Japanese cypress, I think. Wait, what? And despite having been in an explosion and then falling from a great height, it's relatively unharmed. What wonderfully durable construction. I'd understood that the forensic investigation team had taken it away yesterday. I suppose they must have brought it back here when they finished. Maybe it's a frame. Maybe it's a frame. But then again, it didn't burn very much, did it? Look at that. But sadly, not with the body inside. Sadly, we don't get to see a dead body. No, that's right. I know we were given strict instructions not to touch anything, but still. It is too important piece of evidence to overlook. We'll need it for the trial. The bird cage! Alright, we should definitely investigate that. Oh, okay, so... Oh, it looks like that's where you put your head, right? And then you strap yourself in with the arms right here. So this looks like the top then. You stand here. And then this is the bottom. Look here, Miss Susato. Oh, yes. The wood's cracked and broken a little. I suppose it fell from such a height. Yes, from the height at which the balloon was flying down to the crystal tower below. Why didn't they leave this over at the crystal tower? Why'd they put it back here? A fall of 30 feet, or 9 mitres. What's a mitre? Those aren't real measurements. You mean 30 feet. Leaving the man inside tragically dead. Okay, the damage was at the base. Is that it? The only thing that's here? Yeah, it looks like the only thing that's relevant for now. Alright. What about the machine itself? Random Taj Mahal. What a terrible explosion it must have been. Even the steel girders have buckled. And what they call the birdcage was right in the middle. Just here. But look, Mr. Naruhodo. The metal grill on the floor. It looks as if it's been designed to open. Oh, so that's how he disappeared from the stage! Because he just dropped down inside here. Ooh, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. It does, doesn't it? If the floor had opened at the precise moment the explosion had occurred, the birdcage could have dropped through and disappeared from sight. I don't think there's any doubt that this was a very elaborate hoax. I don't think there was any doubt that this was an elaborate hoax. Alright, so that's important. Van Zieks is standing there just like, I'm waiting to be noticed. Hello? I'm standing here hoping that you will talk to me. I'm very lonely. Look at that horn-shaped transmitting device. It's amazing. That's exactly what I thought when I first saw it. Oh, that was Susato. It makes you think, doesn't it? If only it had just been a normal horn, none of this would have happened. That's almost exactly what I thought as well. I bet I can predict what you're going to say next in that case. You're about to say, nothing ever goes to plan, aren't you? Oh, no. I would never say something like that. Wait, what? Hello, Van Zieks. Least approachable man in the world winner. 10 years in a row. Be strong, Mr. Naruhodo. Your country and your assistant stand firmly behind you. Well, maybe your country, not really your... I'm going to stand over there. Hi, Lord Van Zieks. What? Beautiful weather we're having, isn't it? I thought I was making it quite clear that I didn't want to be disturbed. Oops. Apparently, you Nipponese are unequipped to read the signs. What are you talking about? That sign says do not enter and... Wait, we did... Oh yeah, I guess not. Oh, I read them. So, what are you doing here? Entry to this area is prohibited. Well, the thing is... Lord Chief Justice Strongheart granted us permission to invest. Susato is totally the girlfriend that gets you in trouble and then makes you deal with the problems. On the condition that we didn't disturb anything. And yet you've managed to disturb me. Oh, God, that line goes so hard, though. Never mind. State your business. Come to think of it, there are quite a few things I'd like to ask you about. Oh, are we gonna ask him about the professor? Oh, are you sure about that? And or the one who saves you? No, she saves you and then she gets you in trouble again. Ask away, Mr. Naruhodo. Exactly! Exactly! So, tell me about your brother. So, Clint. Oh no. Was the name of your older brother? Oh god. How's it going, Sam's? Hey, remember the time your brother got murdered? Oh god. You Nipponese. I always have to be on guard when you're around. You've been investigating me, have you? No, Susato has. I'm just standing here. Oh, no, it's not like that. Herlock Sholmes has, though. Well, alright, it is a bit like that. Yeah. My older brother was also a prosecutor. He was the pride of the Van Zieks family. But tragically, a vicious killer took him from us. I wonder what the badge he's holding, like, if it has significance with his brother. I know he says, like, it's, like, a representative of him, but does it have something specific with his brother? The professor, you mean? I hate how there's so many professors. There's Professor Mikotoba, there's Professor Hairbrain, and now there's also just the professor. Is something funny? That's the extent of what you've discovered, is it? I shouldn't be surprised. Sorry, there's more to it then. Lackluster work is very much your trademark, isn't it? Well, that was a little rude. You're too kind. You're gonna tar all Nipponese with the same brush. So, tell me, what's your interest in that historic incident?
As it happens, Lord Van Zieks, there's a rather curious case that's come to our attention. Are you aware of the Madame Tuspel's Museum of Waxwork that Naruhodo is incredibly in love with?
I am, naturally. I believe that since last month I featured one of the displays there. For public scorn. Of course he is.
Well, a particular waxwork has been stolen from the place and held for ransom.
A particular waxwork? What you mean?
Yes, it's the professor. Mr. Sholmes is investigating the case.
I was unaware of that. He's turned as white as a sheet.
So, anyway, Drebber. Police trying to locate the engineer, Mr. Drebber, already? I think you might be in for a shock when a little 17-year-old pickpocket finds him first.
Surely that goes without saying.
We're very keen to see him found as well. The trouble is, we don't have much to go off of, aside from the description of the man. Which, according to the Professor Hairbrain, was tall, he had hair, he had 2 eyes and a nose, also a mouth. He wasn't already? I guess not. So I was wondering, I mean, I realize that it's probably not possible, but, you want to be BFFs? We'd very much appreciate any clues you can give us. Wow. Susato really knows how to take the bull by the horns. Because she knows if someone gets slapped, it's not going to be her.
Fine. Why not? I have a photograph of the man from the investigation 10 years ago.
Oh, frick. Look at this guy. Wait, investigation 10 years... Wait. From an investigation 10 years ago. Why were you Well, I guess he's like a swindler, right? So I guess it would make sense. Cool top hat, though.
Though it appears he already had that black monocle at the time. What? Oh, you pronounce what with the H. I was just surprised you shared it. We all need the man's testimony in court tomorrow, which means we all have to do everything we possibly can to track him down in the short time available. So why wouldn't I show you the photograph? Well, that's awfully nice of you. What is it about Lord Van Zeeks? Is it his beautiful, menacing eye? Sometimes I can't just work him. I can't work him out at all. All right, I guess we have Enoch's photograph. Oh. It's the man from the League of Owls. Ah, the file I requested for tomorrow's trial. Thank you. Oh. Are you all right?
Who is that man, Mr. Naruhodo?
Lord Van Zeeks' apprentice? Apparently. So I'm not the only one. Susato can see it too.
Lord Van Zeeks? May we speak with your apprentice for a moment?
With him? Why? Huh?
Kazuma-sama!
Huh? I don't believe it.
Your posture. Your presence. It can only be. It's you, isn't it, Kazuma-sama?
I felt something strange the very first time I encountered this cloaked figure. As if I knew him somehow. Can it really be you? Kazuma. Wait! Too late. What's going on here? Your apprentice is my long-lost BFF who I thought is dead. What? What? What is your interest in my apprentice exactly? They did never find the body, that is very true. You act as if you know the man or something. Well, technically I do.
Since when has he been in your care? I don't recall you having an apprentice before I left Britain 6 months ago.
Lord Strongheart introduced him to me about 3 months ago now. With instructions to mentor him as a prosecutor. But he didn't tell you why, did he? No. The man appears to be suffering from a very convenient case of amnesia. Okay. 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 Okay.
He has amnesia?
Tomorrow he will appear in court at my side. It's always amnesia. What? He's to serve as my judicial assistant. He's prettier than yours. On Lord Strongheart's orders. He'll be in court with us? Now then, unless I'm much mistaken, I believe this conversation has run its course. Oh, thank you. I definitely saw a reaction there. When Susato called out like that, it really seemed to hit a nerve. When she called out Kazuma-sama. Does he really think I'm not pretty? Yeah, removing your message from chat doesn't remove it on the screen because the screen is what is it? The screen just is essentially the screen is just a an image, so it doesn't like replace the image or anything. It's not like a text update or anything. It's literally just an image that scrolls. Well, the game didn't try to hide anything from me except the amnesia, the convenient case of amnesia. You already met that masked man, hadn't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Yesterday, in fact, at Lord Van Zeek's office. I see. And if Kazuma-sama really is still alive, it means Mr. Sholmes lied to, Yep. We're gonna have to speak to him about that. I can imagine they walk up to him and it's like, Mr. Sholmes, why did you lie to us? Well, you see, Mr. Naruhodo. LOL, gotcha! 100%. 100%. I'm calling it right now. That's literally his reaction. LOL. He was just trolling. That is such a Sholmes thing to do, too. Wouldn't even put it past him. If it's Kazuma, it's a very big lie, but it's still a Sholmes. It's 100% a Sholmes lie. You're going to have to leave now. The forensic investigation team are due to arrive shortly. If they find you here, it will cause problems. What sort of problems? Foreign affairs problems. For example, the coroner will cut up your body. Oh, is it the pretty one? Well, we could do without that. We'll be on our way. Let's go, Miss Susato. Of course. Well, I think we've done all the investigating we can here for now. Q. Look at what I found, Naruhodo! Look at what Toby Gregson found! If we could just determine the whereabouts of Mr. Drebber. I'm sure Gina and little Toby won't let us down. Cue Toby! Now then, cue Toby! Do you think we ought to try to speak with Mr. Sholmes at this point? Cue Toby! We have things to discuss, and I'm dying to meet him again after all these months. She's kind of upset with her idol right now. It's quite possible he might know something useful. We ought to find him at Madame Tuspel's. He's going to be working there as a temporary waxwork exhibit. Iris told me all about his latest venture.
Oh god. Will Tobias Gregson lose access to his fish and chips? Find out next time. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I do have to end a little early. I can still chat a little bit, but yeah, you guys can see like my hair is a mess. I gotta take care of some crap. I gotta send emails. I gotta like do some stuff. Oh god, it's a nightmare of a day today. Apparently I have YouTube open. Since when? But anyway, second time you stop before going to 2 spells, because 2 spells always deserves to be the beginning of the stream. Because we all know that's the best part of the stream. Because, oh my goodness, madam, 2 spells. Oh my. If she ain't the image of perfection. Also, Courtney Scythe, or her daughter. Hopefully her daughter is not married. If Sholmes did in fact lie, he wouldn't do just to do a little trolling. It would be like more like, I did it to troll you, to teach you how to be a better detective. You see, by solving the case, you have become a better detective. I mean, just a quick reminder for you guys. Sholmes is very dumb. If there is one thing we can all take away from this entire game, it is that Sholmes is very dumb. Yeah, but apparently that guy is Kazu. Frick. What the frick? How did this happen? How did this happen? Why? What is this? And apparently he doesn't remember me. Wait, does that mean we can keep his sword? Sweet. See you later, mystery. Yeah, it's been a super rough day for me. I have had so much, like, running around and crap to do. Ugh. 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 And I didn't get very much sleep last night either, to be honest. But that was kind of my fault. I was trying to catch up on anime. Partially because I had an audition for an anime, so I was doing research. This wasn't just I was binge watching anime type of thing. It was, I was binge watching for a purpose. Yeah. But tomorrow I may also have to start a little bit late. Depends on how everything goes. But I will do my best to, you know, stream a little bit longer. But it's been a rough week. It's been a rough few weeks. It's going to be another rough week, but I'm going to hang in there. I can do it. I gotta believe in myself. I submitted some really important auditions the other day. And so, yeah, we're going to see how those go, but I'll keep you guys updated. Yeah, but yeah, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a good couple of days, couple of weeks. I don't know. Yeah, if you guys will believe this, I had a work meeting from 8:30 to 11 p.m. last night. That's one of the reasons why I'm so tired. It's because, like, I don't know how they thought scheduling a work meeting at 8:30 to 11 was a good idea, but yeah, so. Anyway, what should I eat for food? What do you guys think? What should I have for food? I mean, it is Taco Tuesday in theory. In theory, I can get tacos on Tuesday.
Kiyoma says tacos. Dang it, Kiyoma. Dang it. Maybe. Yeah, the place I go to for Taco Tuesday has like the best tacos and the worst burritos. Yeah, but yeah, like the place I go to for Mexican food, since some of you guys know Mexican food really well, it has like a soup. It has like a seafood soup. Mexican soup. What is it called? Seafood? This, I think it's like caldo de mariscos, I think. I think that's it. Yeah, apparently everyone eats, like everyone who knows what they're doing eats that at that place. But I can't, because I can't eat shellfish. Yeah, anyway, sorry I had to cut it a little bit short today, but I will definitely catch up with you guys soon. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have a full-on stream. We'll see what happens. We'll have to talk to Herlock Sholmes. Hopefully we can catch up with Gina, and then maybe Toby Gregson will find what's his face, Enoch Drebber, and yeah, we'll take it. We'll see if we can get Professor Hairbrain a not guilty verdict, and we'll also see. We also have to see what the heck the professor is, because there's the professor and the professor. That's definitely all right. Me feeling well comes first. Thank you for understanding. Yeah, but yeah, I better get going. I better get dinner. I actually need to make a video. It's the first. It's been a while since I've edited a video. I'm going to edit a video for my agency, so we'll have to see how that goes. Anyway, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. You have any questions for me? I will see you all next time. That was a really energetic next time. Yeah, maybe I should. I'll see you all next time.